Disappointing loss today, disappointing game. I thought that Vermont came in and they really were well prepared, well coached, played really hard. They outplayed us. They played harder than us. They played more physical than us, and they deserved the win. It's hard to recover from a 17-point deficit second quarter. We got outscored 19-2. Tough to win games in that sense, but I'm also proud that we didn't give up and we responded in the second half, and we came out and continued to play hard and try to run through our stuff and executed a few things in the second half. So we could have packed it in, we didn't. So it's a learning experience for us, and we'll continue to move forward and progress daily.
Sure. Yeah. So you guys seem like, what can you say about your team chemistry? Because it seems like you guys are chanting defense, and you're counting down. Where does that come from? What can you say about that?
I mean, that's one thing we've prided ourselves on for the past 2 years, especially with Coach Sim here, and she preaches it all the time, for us being a defensive team. So, and it's got to get done on the defensive end. The offensive side will come, we'll run our sets, we'll execute. But we've got to bring energy from ourselves, like on the defensive end, and the game will flow.
Coach, you dealt kind of that massive 17-3 run against UMass along on the other end of it today in that second quarter. What did you see kind of unfold in those 10 minutes that kind of just...
Well, we got good looks. We just didn't convert. We were 1 for 11. So we took good shots. We missed them. We missed a couple of easy layups. We missed a couple of putbacks. And the difference was they came down and capitalized and scored. So basketball is a game of runs, and that was a run that they went on. And you've got to put the ball in the basket, and we weren't able to do that. We did get shots. We got good shots. We just didn't convert. And so, I'd be more disappointed if we didn't get shots, obviously. But, we'll continue to get better. We'll make our shots. There's no excuses. We've got to make shots.
How does the start of this year compare to last year? Do you think there's some people in the crowd saying that there's been some improvement? What do you guys think about that?
I think it's really just the energy, and I really appreciate the improvements like Coach Sim has brought this year, and I know a lot of people have enjoyed to see like what this year has brought. She's taken a step forward from last year, and that's the person she is. So I know next year it's going to be even better, but even in the basketball side, we have 6 newcomers who are excited to win and have that energy to win, and they're bringing just a great positivity and not hanging their heads on a loss like we're going to get the next one. So it's really good to have a majority of our team that's like, hey, this is the train we're on, and y'all have got to jump on. Like, we need to win games. This is what our program's going to be about.
Olivia, for you, in that first quarter, obviously 7 points coming off the double-double against UMass. What kind of did you see, especially because I know 3 buckets were on kind of like late shot clock situations?
Yeah, especially in those late shot clocks, I knew that it's better just to get something up there than have the ball in the hands of the other team. So luckily those shots were able to fall, and unfortunately in the other quarters the team wasn't able to convert as well. And I know that we'll come back from this, and next game we'll hit those shots.
This is a pretty young team as well, so how does that impact things, do you think?
Well, I think we're learning every day. It's even young for the returners because this is only their second year with us, and they're only about 30 games in with us. So we've got 6 newcomers. 3 newcomers are starting for us. One of our best players is not in uniform, but in that Doreen, but she continues to be a tremendous leader and asset for our program. Her and Tori have really done a great job of being captains for us. I couldn't be more proud of the 2 of them. They have really brought this team together. Our culture is good. The players, they're competing, they're playing hard in practice, and I think with a young team, that's important. It's important that your best players are your hardest workers, and I don't think anybody would disagree that Tori's our hardest worker and Doreen's our hardest worker when she's in uniform. And so I think that helps. That sets the tone. The other thing is they're compassionate people, and I think what the leaders are doing, and the 5 upperclassmen, not just Tori and Doreen, but Claire and Liv and Brooke. I think they're taking the younger players under their wing, and we allow for room for growth. We allow a lot of grace in our program, and I think that's important. That if they make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. We're going to learn from it, and I think that's really helped our culture and helped the younger players. It also helps when you have somebody that comes in like Olivia Austin, who is game ready already, and so. Her physicality is just different. Her athleticism is different. And she doesn't play like a first-year player. And I think that also helps as well. But it makes it harder for us because sometimes she's making rookie mistakes and you forget she's a rookie because you look at her and you think she's a senior. So I would give a lot of credit to our upperclassmen.
Olivia, I think that's a follow-up. What's it like for you to be your first year on this team? With everyone else?
Exactly what Coach Sim said. I think all of the upperclassmen have done an amazing job teaching us the culture that Coach Sim and the rest of the staff has brought onto this program, and they've really just picked us up when we're down, have been correcting us constructively, and we're very lucky to have them. They are the most encouraging people I know.
Coach, how was kind of Vermont? It looked like they were mixing up their ball screen coverage and hard hedging and kind of playing drop a little bit. How did that kind of trouble the guards at all in the first half? And then how is that also kind of an opportunity for growth? Obviously, it's only November. There's another 4 or 5 months of the season.
They play hard. Anna Olson is a terrific player. I mean, we just got the best of the America East. We went from Cooper a week ago to Anna Olson today, and she's tremendous. She was hard hedging. Their guards were really forcing us into the screens. They're just active. They do a really good job of tagging on the weak side. They're very aggressive. That's a typical Kresge team, but it's like the Marist way. She played at Marist, and that was like how Marist defended with Coach George's. I mean, they were always really good. And so it's nothing I'm not familiar with. But they did a great job coming out and showing and hard hedging, and they rattled us. We wanted to go downhill, and we didn't. We made that adjustment in the second half. We got to the free throw line in the second half. They only had 1 foul in the first half. That was because it wasn't because they were fouling and they weren't calling it. It was because we weren't putting pressure on them. We weren't getting downhill. And so in the second half, we made a point of emphasis to get downhill and really try to attack them off the bounce and put pressure on them and to really go at their hips and try to use their screens. So I think we did a better job in the second half of using their screens. But their defense is good. I mean, they're one of the best defensive teams in the country. You cannot take anything away from what Vermont did tonight. They are a really good basketball team. They just beat an SEC school a week ago. We didn't play well, and the reason we didn't play well is because Vermont didn't let us play well. I mean, we didn't play well because Vermont's defense was really good.
Victoria, kind of expounding on that, Coach talked about the emphasis to get it downhill in the second half. How did you kind of take that on, especially in the third quarter? You got the line, you were converting in traffic.
Coach is not going to lead me the wrong way. She really isn't. So just trusting everything that she's saying, and I mean, not even just her, just the rest of the coaching staff. They're all guiding me through any mistake that I have, and even just if it's an adjustment that I need to make. So just getting downhill, going off 2 feet, and being on balance and actually like going to look for the shot. So, I mean, I trust Coach Tim whenever she says anything. So.
What is the goal for this year? General question.
To win, to be better, to improve this program.
Yeah, exactly what Tori said, to restore this program to what it once was and hopefully get another Ivy League championship.
More specifically, I think we have the best alumni network in the world. And we have really, really strong, supportive, encouraging alumni. And we want to make them proud. And how do we make them proud? By playing a certain brand of basketball, working really hard, playing together, representing our university, not giving up, and small improvements daily, not making the same mistake twice. And when we do all of those things, wins will come. And so you can't win overnight. We've got to do things the right way and build a strong foundation, and I think that we're doing that. And again, I do credit the women that came before us.
How much does having some time off to prepare for the next game lend itself to kind of, obviously the holiday, obviously Thanksgiving's coming up, but like, how does that kind of, the extra practice time without, a 48-hour turnaround to a game lend itself to improvements?
Well, this was a good stretch for us because it helps us prepare for Ivy play, and our December schedule is really crazy. I think we have 5 games in 10 days. Unfortunately, our players are maybe resting from basketball, but mentally and emotionally, they'll be in their final exams. So they start finals this week. So we're giving them some time to really key in on their exams. And then, take care of their bodies. We have a really good athletic trainer in Delaney, and she's really helping them take care of their bodies. So I think it'll be helpful for them physically, but I think they're going to be a little bit emotionally exhausted at the end of this week. So I do think we do give them 2 days off for Thanksgiving, and they can go home and refresh themselves with their family and friends. And I think they get rejuvenated, recharged, and I think that's important. I think family time is really important for them. And I'm glad that our program is able to do that, give them that time.
Can you guys just explain how you manage your course load with being an athlete?
Well, I feel like you do it for so long. I know Olivia, you'll speak on it, but she was a multi-sport athlete in high school, so I couldn't even imagine that. But being in college, you have to balance. It's something you've always been used to, and obviously Dartmouth is very rigorous, but as much as we love the challenge on the basketball court, we love it in the classroom as well. And I know I'm ready to graduate and get my degree, so it'll be really nice to have that.
Yeah, I'd say once you have that free time after practice, after lift, you just have to just sit down and do your work is the main thing. I don't think anything's too challenging if you set your mind to it, and there are so many resources that we can go to. There's resources specifically for our team and just for all students in general. So I think Dartmouth has a great approach to just giving students the help they need if they need it.
Thanks.
Thank you.